Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live watch along of Chelsea women versus Barcelona Femeni in the Women's Champions League final. This is the biggest game for both clubs. They've never won the Women's Champions League before, so one of them tonight will be the Queens of Europe in women's football. I'm delighted to be joined by Gabby, our Chelsea fan, and Terry, who writes for Dare to blog Women's Football, his own women's football blog. So thanks for you both joining us tonight. Gabby, let's start off with you. We did our preview, which if you haven't seen it, folks, quickly go check it out now before the game kicks off. But I know you're a Chelsea fan, but you've gone with an honest prediction that Barca will be the winners tonight. Have you changed your mind?
I've been thinking since we did that call that I've like to change my mind, but no, I'm sticking that Barcelona is going to win 3-2. Not that I want them to win, but they're that strong. I think they're going to win.
Okay. Terry, welcome to Let's Talk Sport. This is your first time on the channel. Thanks for joining us. So, I'm sure you're like me and Gabby. You want to see an English team come out on top with this. I mean, for me, I look at it and think this would be great for the Women's Super League.
Yeah, definitely. It will be. It'll be a great draw for other players, and it will show that English teams now are here to win it and not just to be in it. So it would be great for Chelsea to win.
Absolutely. While the players are out onto the pitch, the Women's Champions League trophies on display. Sadly, of course, there is no fans whatsoever. This is behind closed doors, just like last year's final was as well. The referee is Riyam Hussein from Germany, which we all know the Germans and the English, when it comes to penalty shootouts, normally ends quite badly. But luckily, we're not against a German club tonight. Of course, Chelsea did beat Bayern Munich in the semi-finals, 4-1 in that second leg, and that famous last-minute goal from Frank Kirby just to pretty much seal the deal for sure, and it would get them into their first ever Women's Champions League final. Let's just go through the lineups here then. So for Chelsea, you've got Berger in goal, who made that fantastic save against Manchester City a few weeks ago to pretty much help them towards another Women's Super League title. In defence, we've got Carter, Bright, Eriksson and Charles. It looks as though it's a 4-3-3 formation, so the Poles, Ingle and G in the midfield. And then up front, you can't really go wrong with this. Fran Kirby on the right, Harder in the middle, and Sam Kerr, who's got the most goals for the team as the left winger, according to these formations. For Barcelona, we've got Panos in goal, Tarajon in defence as the right back, Gujaro, Leon and Hoahabi in defence. Then we've got in midfield from left to right, it's Putalis, Hamraoui, Bonmati, and then up front we've got from left to right Graham, Hansen, Jenny in the centre, and Martins, the Dutch World Cup finalist, on the right wing. Looking at that lineup, Terry, I guess there's no real surprise. You know, both teams have just clearly shown that they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I suppose if there's one surprise in the Chelsea lineup, it's possibly Jess Carter in at left back, which leaves Jonna Anderson on the bench. I thought Carter or Niamh Charles might be contesting the right back spot with Maren Mjelde missing. But Emma Hayes has decided to put them both in and see how they get on. They're both quick.
They're very quick, yeah, very quick. Which, in a way, Gabby, I don't know how nervous you're feeling now, but with Chelsea, they've had goals galore this season. And I said in that Women's Champions League semi that Sam Kerr, she couldn't get herself on the score sheet. Could it be her night tonight?
I mean, I really do hope that Sam Kerr does score. Like, if she scores in the final tonight, it's just going to be so good and so memorable as well.
Absolutely.
If Kerr and Kirby connect like they have been, then Kerr will definitely be on the score sheet.
Well, it looks as though we're about to kick off. Barcelona playing in their pink away shirt with their, I guess it's lime green shorts, and Chelsea in their full blue kit with white socks, and it's a new shirt for Chelsea, which they revealed earlier this week, which has brought bad luck to them so far, Terry, because they lost in the FA Cup final yesterday with it, so they could do with improving that. Is it the bar? Oh, Barcelona already on the front foot. And Gabby can't watch. Oh, it's an own goal. Oh, no, what a terrible start. It only took 35 seconds and Barcelona have taken the lead. I'm not sure who it came off, but Berger couldn't save that. That was some own goal, really. But, oh, dear. What happened there, Gabby?
I got a clue. I looked down for a second and then the celebrating.
I mean, we're just seeing it come in now. There was a cross, then there was a chance for a header. Oh, I think Frank Kirby tried to clear it, and then it came off. I'm not sure which player it came off. So much happening in the box. I think you...
Oh.
Yeah,
It did.
Oh, that's a real shame. That's not the start. I mean, you couldn't ask for a worse start, could you? 35 seconds, and in a way, Gabby's getting her prediction right. But Terry, what on earth? What was going on?
It was just chaos, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's chaos in the box and nobody could deal with it. And as you say, it looks like somebody's tried to clear it and it's hit the Barca player and just looped over the goalkeeper.
Oh, what a crazy start to the game. And so Chelsea will have to try and turn it round, but they're already on the front foot. Here's Sam Kerr. She's brought it into the box. Cross there. They've got a corner, though, and it will be on the near side. So this is straight away a good response, Gabby.
Yeah, I mean... sorry. Because I think I'm a couple of seconds in front of you.
Yeah, I think you are. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, what a chance. Oh, harder there. Couldn't get it in. Was she offside?
I think
No, she's fine.
Yeah, she's fine. That was a great ball.
Yeah.
it
That's
just a bit
chance.
too high.
Of course, and that was a great ball from Carter.
Yeah. Anyway, I think because obviously it's the final and Chelsea have never been in this position, they're really nervous. So I think after they've played at least 10 to 15 minutes, they'll start to feel like it's just a regular home game.
I think that's
And
it.
then-
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and then
Sorry, go on, Gabby.
I was gonna say, and then obviously they'll just get back to their usual self, and they will be scoring and defending like they usually do.
Yeah, I think that's it, Terry. It's the fact that Emma Hayes probably would have told them that at the start of the game to just play calm at the start and try and just get used to the atmosphere, well, the pitch and all that. But when you concede so early, that goes out the window.
Yeah, absolutely. They do look a bit nervy.
Oh, just wide. I mean, whoever had a ticket for this game tonight, if there was any free passes, they've got a cracking start to the game here. We've not even had 5 minutes, which for Terry, he'll have to blog a lot of this already at the start of the game on Dare to Blog.
I'm scribbling notes furiously already.
It's now with Berger. Oh, Berger, what are you doing? No. Oh, Barca have it. Oh, thank God it went over the bar. And Berger, nervous save at the end, a nervous kick, but already they're asking it to be 2-0 at this rate. And it looked as though it was Bonmati who had the shot.
Yeah.
So corner to defend here for Chelsea. It's to be taken on the near side. We've got some comments coming in. Johnson Hemingway saying they'll be out of this game after 15 minutes. Let's hope not. And it's going to be a goal kick after all that. So, yeah, I think that's exactly what Chelsea would have wanted, for it to just calm down a little bit. And I think, yeah, the Poles watching on after the own goal. Now G. She's lost it just outside the box.
Chelsea are going to have an issue if they're going to keep playing out of the back like this, because Barca are going to press high, they're going to press quick with several players. And Manchester City had these exact same problems where they just couldn't deal with the high press, and yet they carried on playing out from the back, and Barca kept robbing them.
What do you think of playing from the back, Terry? Because, I mean, we've seen it a lot more in modern-day football, but I just think you either have it or you don't. As in, if you can do it really well from the back, then it works for the team. But I don't think we see many teams actually get out of those loopholes. I just feel like you're inviting it.
if you're not good enough to play out against the opponent in front of you, you've got to stop. You've got to go a bit longer and try and keep your opponent honest and stop all midfield players parking on the edge of the penalty area. Absolutely.
There's a few people watching in the stands, some of the officials, some of the substitutes. I'm not sure, but it's at least 3 substitutes that they can use. It might be 5. I'm not sure with this competition. Looks as though it'll be a throw for Chelsea in their own half. Johnson Hemingway. Jamie Burgoyne says apparently a keeper scored today. Don't know why Liverpool fans talking about it. Is that a joke? Come on, you must have heard of that, Burgoyne. Big win there for Liverpool with Alisson scoring. We got Messi at Mungia saying Chelsea go go. Johnson Hemingway saying this Barca team, barring Messi, is almost as good as men's at the minute. Absolutely. Well, probably better than the men's, Johnson. You know, this is a women's team that's won every game going on their schedule. I don't think many teams can say they've done that this season or ever. Quite incredible. How are you feeling, Gabby? It's nearly 7 minutes gone now. They're starting to get some passes going, aren't they?
Yeah, they're starting to feel more like themselves now, but it's still nerve-wracking.
I remember watching Man U in the Champions League final in 2008. The nerves were there all the way to the end, I'll say that. Terry's a AFC Wimbledon fan, which I found out before we went live. So AFC Wimbledon, as some of you always remember, of course, the Sports Interactive logo on their shirt. Or, of course, Akon Fenway up front for them. They've had some great players over the years. They did the great cup upset back in the 80s. I'm sure you remember that, Terry.
Yeah, absolutely. I was there.
You were there? Wow. Nice. Yeah. Nice. What a day that was.
It was. And that night I went and watched Whitney Houston at Wembley Arena.
Oh, really?
Get that.
What a night. I'm off to see Whitney now. All right, okay then.
Won the FA Cup and off to see Whitney Houston. Perfect. He was in the round.
Did she? Did Whitney Houston congratulate Wimbledon? She must have heard about it. Oh, hang on, here come Chelsea. Oh, God, just wide. Big chance there, wouldn't it, Terry?
Yeah. Yeah, you'd expect her to take that one, really.
Sam Kerr does brilliantly with the pass. Great awareness. Let us know, folks, in the comments where you're watching the game from tonight. Let us know where you're from. Eddie Jones says, I see our ladies coming back to win tonight's match. Plenty of football to go yet, only 8.5 minutes gone. Carter with the corner. Ball goes across the face of goal and it's just headed wide there. But this is a lot more like it from Chelsea, just getting more of a grip into the game. Anthony Fernandez says Gabby has lost the plot.
Yeah.
She's a nervous fan, let her be. Oh, that was a poor goal kick. Oh, it's gone away though.
It's the new Chelsea kit. It's just making them bad. I really don't like it.
Are you a fan?
I was gonna buy the next season's kit as well, and I'm like, I'm just gonna save my money.
Yeah, it doesn't look very Chelsea, the pattern. But I remember a couple of years ago they had like a bus seat kind of pattern shirt. That was a weird one. But of course, these days they announce these new kits before the season even ends.
Yes.
Of course, you're wearing the Chelsea away one currently. The white, is it that white one they've got this season?
It's the like baby blue with lines on it.
That one's quite nice. It's better than their Crystal Palace version.
Oh yeah.
That was so random.
Yeah, I was gonna get the home top, but they didn't have it in stock. Obviously, because it's the end of the season, it's all selling out.
Yeah.
And I was like, either get this one or just not get any at all. I was like, I'm not getting that third kit. It's so much like the Crystal Palace. So bad.
Yeah, I don't think many Chelsea fans bought it. Natalia Castro says, I'm from Costa Rica. Hello there to Costa Rica. We've got Adele Seelig saying that they're watching from Denmark. We've got Quality saying we're watching from Iran. Barca Girls are going to win. PlayStation, I don't know if that's the official PlayStation channel, says Tuchel out. Oh dear, he's lost one cup final and people want him out. I don't know if anyone saw it yesterday, but that Tillemans goal was something else.
Yeah, it's a good goal.
Oh, so good. It was refreshing seeing a team like Leicester win a FA Cup yesterday, so well done to them. I know Dan Middleton's watching and he's a Leicester fan, so he told me he's still hungover, which is exactly what you want. That's exactly what you want. That's a great result. Oh, we got Felix watching from Kenya and Oscar from Kenya. Olaf Bang is watching from Denmark. Go harder. It's now with Carter. Now G the captain tonight for Chelsea. Is she normally the captain, Gabby?
No, it's usually...
It's normally me, right, isn't it?
It's usually Magda.
Oh no! No. Oh, she's falling over.
That's never a pen.
That's not a penalty. No. It's been given. But, I mean, the question is, do they have VAR? They haven't in the rounds before it. Now, I'm hoping they do, because I think they could do with this being checked. Let's watch this again. So it's Carter who's gone into the box. She gets the ball at first. And then she doesn't make any contact with her player. So, oh, no, that can't be a penalty.
Who did that against her post?
That's not a penalty.
She's blocked the ball, so why is that a penalty? No. Well,
Berger better save this.
Well, Berger's... I'm not sure if they do have VAR, but...
Oh, it's a penalty check. Oh, there is VAR.
Also, there is. Oh, at least
Yeah.
they'll at least check it out first before they stick with that decision. This is a big moment in the game. Chelsea cannot afford to go 2-0 down. Looks as though Ingles still trying to talk to the referee, but referee can only wait for the VAR team to come back and tell her what they think the decision will be. Barcelona coach watching nervously. I wonder if she'll check the monitor. Oh. Well, apparently the check is over and they've... so Barcelona are going to take it. Ah, 2-0. And Barcelona 2-0 up after just 13 and a half minutes. And that one coming from a penalty. And, well, it's not the start Emma Hayes wanted whatsoever. It's gotten even worse for the Blues. But, I mean, Terry, that didn't seem like a penalty.
I thought it was a bit harsh, that one, because, I mean, Loopholes is not even looking at the player that she's run across. So I'm not quite sure how she's fouled her.
No, exactly. I'm not sure about that either. I kept thinking she blocked the ball as well. So, well, we've even got Harschmidt saying that's not a penalty. Jesus Griezmann says goal. Perhi Best says 2-0. But I'll say this now, Gabby. We've seen some crazy comebacks in the past, and there's plenty of time for that. You just never know.
Yeah.
So, 14 minutes gone. Chelsea 0, Barcelona 2. If you've just joined us, you've already missed 2 goals.
Any mistakes now to the end of the game, and that against this team is
right. Johnson Hemingway says that's your lot. Hopefully not. Come on, Johnson. Don't want a game to be over before it's even reached quarter of an hour. So old. Oh, hang on. Here come Chelsea now. Fran Kirby. Oh, what was that? Why didn't she shoot? Oh, harder again. Oh, it's hit the roof of the net. Damn it.
Kirby just wasted that.
Richard Murray's fanatism. fanaticism. Says Gabby does not believe in this comeback. Oh no. Natalia Castro says FC Barcelona Women is going to make history today. At this moment in time, they will.
Who's the ref?
She's German. I forgot her name. They brought it up at the start, didn't they?
I was going to say, it better not be that person who stops the game for no reason at all.
Oh, I can't
forgot her
remember.
name.
I don't. The face that doesn't look recognisable, to be honest.
Psychology and the mentality of Barcelona coming into this today is
Oh, boss have cleared it. Oh, calls for handball on one of them midfielders. That's going to be a free kick for Chelsea. Simeon Patrick Toddy Jr. says victory is set for Barcelona. He's watching from Libya. Richard Murray's saying a complete career for Mertens. Euro winner, now a complete season for Barca. Let's not forget Mertens wasn't far off from being a World Cup winner. That's the one that got away. Which Terry and I were talking about before, which was Netherlands not really putting in their best efforts in that final against the US. What do you think, Terry? What do you think Chelsea need to do to come back in this?
They've got to calm down.
Yeah.
That for starters, because at the moment they're just not really getting this together going forward. They're not really putting Barca under any pressure.
No.
I think they've just got to do the basics better, pass better, and maybe get that press going so that they can put the Barca defence under a bit more pressure when they've got the ball.
I think we've seen moments, though, haven't we, Gabby, where Chelsea have had the ball in the box and they've shown that this is why they're a team winning trophies this season, by showing that danger out of nowhere. So they can do it.
Yeah. I think... I'm just that nervous, I don't know what to say.
It's no problem. To be honest, if this was my team, Man U, in the Europa League final, 2-0 down to Villarreal, I'd feel the same. There's going to be a free kick here for Chelsea. So, of course, a goal, if they can get themselves a goal back, then they really are back in it. G's behind the ball at the moment. I think she's going to leave it for Carter, because Carter's been very threatening on the left-hand side already this evening.
There were some comments saying Chelsea can come back. Let's go, Chelsea.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sunday, Bethel's putting strong muscle emojis up. Lionel Cara's showing the hearts colours of Barcelona, it looks like. Ball's in the box now. Now Sam... Ooh, offside, apparently. The ball's hit the referee on the way. But Sam Kerr, the top goal scorer of Women's Super League this season. Not done too badly, Terry, Sam Kerr. She's beaten someone like Medema at the top.
Yeah, she's been really good this year, and that's given that she had quite a poor start to the year as well. She was fluffing quite a lot of chances, and then got her goal-scoring boots on and hit 20 goals. So, yeah, 21 goals. Very good.
Very good. So I think, how many games do they play in a league season? It's 22, isn't it?
22, yeah.
So, yeah, 21 and 22. That's pretty crazy.
It's very good.
Very good, definitely. I was reading earlier that Lewandowski got 50 goals this season, and he played in 32 games. I mean, that's just ridiculous. The guy's just a legend. Here come Barca then on the left wing. Mertens. She's just got away from her opponent there. It's now on the edge of the box. Ball comes through. Carter, no. Oh, it's 3-0. Oh, no. And Barcelona are running away with this. It's 20 minutes gone. And it's 3-0 to Barca. And, oh, no. Not good. Through ball again. And Berger straight away coming up to her defender. She's telling them, you've got to get a grip. Because they know that this is running away now. 3-0. And Emma Hayes, what does Emma Hayes even do on the sidelines here? Let's watch it again. It comes from the left wing. And a great through ball pass. And Carter she got the ball. She was trying to kick it away, but it went up against her opponent. She got the ball back in control and then finds the bottom right corner of the net. And oh, Gabby, there's nothing to lose now, if you ask me. if that makes sense. I mean, they have to start over somehow.
Yeah. I mean, if they lose, they lose. Not that I want them to lose. But, like, it's such an achievement that they've managed to get to the final.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm happy that they've managed to get to the final. But I just hope they win.
Terry, even though it's still only been 21 minutes, in games like this, do Chelsea players still try and go for it, or do they just think in their head, if we're going to lose, let's go out with pride at least?
Well, they'll probably think both. You know, at the moment they've still got enough time to actually, you know, be able to get some goals. That, you know, the problem is they're losing this in the way that Barca lost this a couple of years ago against Lyon. They're actually losing this game rather than Barca winning it.
Yeah.
Barca have had 4 shots on goal and scored 3 goals.
I think
that's where they are.
I think this is it though, because like, in a way, this is great experience for Chelsea. Full stop, isn't it? You know, it's to actually be in a final of the European Cup for the first time, and if not win it, try and get back at it next year or the year after, and use that experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a tricky one. We do see great teams come back from this. But currently Barcelona running the show. Let us know in the comments, folks. Do you think Chelsea can come back? Here's Frank Kirby now with G on the edge of the centre circle. His only option was to go backwards to Eriksson. Oh yes, I think I got mixed up with G and Eriksson, because I think Terry mentioned that Eriksson was the captain. Yet when you see G in the distance, she's got like a white bandage on her arm, so I thought it was the captain's armband. I mean, look at that as well, the stat right there. On target, Barcelona have had 3 on target, all of them scored. Clinical. Barcelona have won the ball back again. It's with Putelis. Oh, they're trying to calm the pace down, it seems, on the left-hand side.
No, that's not great.
No.
Overlap.
Go on, Harder. Ah. Has it gone behind for a corner? No, she'll keep it in. And that should be a throw-in for Chelsea.
See, I know we're only 23, 24 minutes in, but I want Emma to make a change.
Well, I mean, let me have a look at the bench, because I've got the bench in front of me. They've got Blundell. I mean, they've got Beth England, but Beth England's had an odd season, hasn't she? It's not been as fiery as Sam Kerr and Frank Kirby up front.
If Emma wants to bring England on this match, second half, 60th, 70th minute.
Or even straight away in the second half, maybe.
Yeah, but I wanted to bring Wrighton on because she makes such a change.
Yeah. What have you thought of Beth England this season, Terry?
Well, she hasn't had the same opportunities as last year. I mean, she was absolutely brilliant last season, Beth England.
Yeah.
When Pamela Harder arrived, that was always going to make opportunities, you know, slim for Beth. But, you know, she still contributed half a dozen league goals, and she scored 3 in the Champions League this year. So, you know, she's done her job when she's been on the pitch.
Absolutely.
She's actually got a very good understanding with Sam Kerr. I saw him a couple of times last season, and they know each other's game very well.
They do. I mean, I watched the Chelsea Spurs game the other week, and I thought then, even though Beth England didn't score any, she contributed quite a lot with Sam Kerr, and it was a great bond, which made me forget about that really with Beth England, because she's normally started on the bench sometimes. So in the last few games, but no, it's good to see that there is that bond as well, and of course Beth England, one of the best players for England when it comes to the internationals. But yeah, in terms of other options on the bench, you've got I mean, you've got Jessie Fleming, Cuthbert, you know, there's some experience there, but Georgia Fox as well. And then you look at, I mean, the fact that with Barcelona's bench, you've got Caldenti, who's a fantastic player. Some good players there. KB Foreign says, I think Beth lacks in confidence. Random guy says, FC Barcelona makes video how to lose La Liga title. Do you watch that? No, I've not seen that, no. Is that? I presume that's the men's team you're on about, since they're trying to go for the title. That's a very tight affair in the top of the league this season. Actually, we've got Olaf Bang saying, bring Cuthbert on. She done well and intensity. Tipicom saying, I love Chelsea from Thailand. Still showing confidence, I think, Tipicom. Of course, Fran Kirby, actually, the other day, she got the PFA, the Writers' Women's Player of the Year. So that was a big moment for her after the comeback she's had. Oh, what a run that was. Chelsea on the back foot again. And it's going to be a corner for Barcelona. Oh, right. Richard confirming that Barca is out of La Liga's title race. Okay. I didn't know that. Chris St. Fleur says, Barca, Barca, Barca. Coffee Patrick has said, ooh, Chelsea, why? Still hope, Coffee, still hope. I think right now they'd love a half-time team talk instead of waiting another 20 minutes. Here comes the corner. Ooh, oh, Berger. Just worry she's not. Oh, she's got it. Jack Nafiga saying, that was a quick one. Do you guys think there is any chance of a comeback here? I think not. What do you think, Terry?
Well, I've said before the game, didn't I, that I thought it'd be 4-3. I was rather hoping for a sort of a 1-1, 2-1, 2-all, 3-2 thing. But, you know, let's start with 3-0 down and see if Chelsea can get it back to 3-all. And, last goal wins.
Who knows? Who knows? It could be here. It could be here till midnight with extra time and all that.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'd like to see that. I'd like to see the odds on that, actually. Put in a bet. What are your thoughts going through at the moment, Gabby?
I mean, hopefully they bring it back. I want them to bring it back. But I feel like they're still nervous and nerves are still kicking in. They just need to have a chat, like a team chat, talk to each other, calm each other down. And then they can get onto the scoring sheet, hopefully.
Absolutely. For any of you folks that are new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button. If you enjoy your women's football, this is the place for your women's football watch along. And of course, we've got the Euros coming up this summer, so do join us for those. And of course, the Europa League final next week, the Champions League final following that. We do all that. We do some F1, MotoGP, tennis, you name it. We try and cover it. Meanwhile, we've got to try and see Chelsea come back from this. Emma Hayes standing on the sidelines. She's screaming anything at her players to just maybe get a grip again in this game after they conceded that third goal. But it's just full control with Barca, isn't it, Terry, at the moment? They're just showing so much confidence.
Their high press is really troubling Chelsea. I think Emma Hayes has just moved Sophie Ingle into a back three to give Chelsea another player to try and play out.
Yeah. You've got to try something, haven't you, at this rate?
Yeah.
Oh, Jack says, I can only imagine how Gabby's feeling right now. This is torture.
Yep.
Mohammed's brought up a game that I was thinking saying, Mohammed Almi saying, what do you think if they can replicate Liverpool 2005 versus AC Milan, which a lot of us remember. As a United fan, I sadly have to remember. 3-0 down. And then they went on to win against AC Milan on penalties to make it after they were 3-3 at extra time. Dudek, the hero that night, along with many others in that team. Oh, shot just wide. Goal kick for Chelsea.
I don't know what's going on with the defence tonight.
They just look. I just think it's one of those unfortunate events where this defence would be doing all right if they hadn't conceded within 30 seconds. Because I think it just rattles you straight away and you think, well, what's our plan?
Yeah.
I think it can easily take the confidence out of anyone. No matter how good they are, especially Millie Bright, being one of the best defenders in the world. We've got Geo Man saying Chelsea can come back with blue heart emojis. Oh no, random guy saying come Barca, we need more goals. No, we don't want it to be a completely one-sided game. Amos Timothy's watching from Nigeria and says Barca for life. Barkak 19, ladies teach the men's team please. Ooh. Yeah, Carter not knowing where to play it at all. Playing it backwards.
Chelsea almost always score.
Here's the press.
67 games.
Yeah.
It's all within a square of each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh. No, it's just that midfield, they don't exist. Sadro says, watching from Kenya. It's great to see a lot of you watching from all sorts of places around the world. Gabby would have loved that if it was Chelsea winning.
Yeah.
Who knows though, Marta. Oh, lost the ball then. It'll be a throw for Chelsea. Now then, come on, they've got 12 minutes here to just at least try and get a goal back and give them something to hope.
I just want us to get one goal, just one.
It changes everything at goal. It really does.
Yeah.
And I think it'll make them feel a little bit more up for it at half time if they can get one. I mean, I'd love to be in that changing room at half time hearing what Emma Hayes says. I'd just love it because it would be, I'm sure it'd be a lot of swear words.
Yeah.
I think you might be surprised.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure she's a teacup throwing kind of manager.
Yeah. Oh, Sam Kerr. Completely kicked it way off target. She was feeling the pressure from the Barca defender and goalkeeper there.
You should have just held it down and either took a shot whilst she had control over it, or waited until Kirby or someone came into the box.
If you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the stream and give us a like as well. Let's get to 100 likes. It's now with Ingle. She's gone. Oh no, sorry, Bright. Bright's gone way up actually. Sorry. Oh no, it's Ingle. In the distance, they always look the same.
Dear.
Oh, Carter. What was that? Oh no, it's on the left-hand side, and they've come into the box. Barca. Oh, it's 4-0. Well, it's going one way now, isn't it? Mertens with the cross, and the world-class football is there again from Barca, and that makes it 4-0. And with 10 minutes to go till half time. I've never seen a game get so one-sided in a final. What is going on? Emma Hayes still talking to her players. And it's Graham who scores. She goes and runs to one of her teammates on the bench and gets a hug. But let's watch it again here. It comes from the left-hand side. And then the cross beats her opponent. Millie Bright, I wasn't sure what she... I don't know if she could have done anything there, really, because she just tried to stop the space. But by the time she tried, the cross had already been made.
Millie Bright hasn't been her best night.
No, she's got nutmegged as well with that pass.
Yeah, like I think it was the second goal where she's a defender and she was in midfield. Like she had to run back and she didn't get back in time. And the fourth goal just now, she could have ran a bit more, maybe possibly tried to actually tackle it, not just stick her leg out.
Yeah. So there it is, the scoreboard. I better update it. I've updated it too much already tonight.
Yeah, stop updating it.
Yeah, it's 0-0. It never happened. Never happened. Not if my scoreboard says so. Desire Inspire says life really hits you hard. Well, definitely for Chelsea at the moment. And here they come again. Barca, Millie Bright's got... Oh, Bright. Nearly giving the ball away again. Oh, long ball, nowhere near Sam Kerr. And just that midfield battle at the moment is the reason why Barcelona are doing so well, I think.
Well, it isn't a battle, is it?
What? No, yeah, good point. There's nothing there, is there?
Yeah, I've never seen Melanie Leupolz have such a poor game.
Yeah. No, I've never. And was it Leupolz who gave away the penalty?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
She gave away the penalty. She scored the first goal for Barcelona.
Oh, and the worst thing is, stuff like that is she'll remember that for a long time.
Yeah.
But also, if she has Twitter or anything like that, you always see these football accounts share stuff like how one player's performance summed up, and they put it as a description or summary, and it's just like, you don't have to remind her.
Yeah.
But that's sadly the press and all that for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, like you said, it sticks with them. Like, they're going to be reminded. Like, I don't know if you know, Laura Bassett in the, I think it was 2015 World Cup.
Yeah, that was horrible, wasn't it? That was...
Yeah.
I remember watching that because it was a late night game in the UK because it was in Canada, wasn't it? And I remember it was like 2 a.m. and it felt like England were going to do it. They were going to get to a World Cup final, and then that last minute cross. And it's just... There's no shame in it. It's just so unfortunate. But it's England football anyway. Like, we always have to go out in the most dramatic fashion. It's never a simple defeat, is it? Has to be something like that.
Yeah, like, I didn't actually know about that Laura Bassett situation that happened in the World Cup. She came to my school and I met her and was having a conversation, and she told us the story about it, that it stuck with her. It's literally going to stick with her for the rest of her life.
Horrible. I mean, you do hear about these sports physiotherapists and all that, don't you? You know, all these psychiatrists and all that who do talk to athletes and trying to get them up for certain occasions. And I can't imagine well, it was Sampson, wasn't it, who was the manager at the time. So I can't imagine what do you say to her at full time? I mean, straight away, it wasn't her fault. It's just unfortunate. It's a cross coming in. The ball's near her. You got to try and poke your foot out and hope that it goes behind for a corner, but instead it hits the crossbar and inside the goal. Poor Bardsley would have looked at that and think that was the greatest own goal I've ever conceded. Glowbox saying, I think it's over. We can win. Come on. Well, they're 4 goals down, and I think at this moment in time, Glowbox, I can't see it. I think all 3 of us can't see it, to tell you the truth. Unless they disagree. No, Terry agrees. I think Gabby agrees. It's all right, Gabby. Your prediction's coming true anyway. And who knows, for Terry, Chelsea could get 3 goals, be short, but at least it would have ended 4-3.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Here come Chelsea now, looking for that first goal. It's harder. Finally, a shot on target. But the goalkeeper probably all she's had to do tonight so far.
Honestly, at this point, if we come back, it's going to be memorable. Like, it's just going to be so dramatic. I just want one goal.
Greatest comeback of all time if I saw this change around. I watched this was back in 2010. I watched an Africa Cup of Nations game, and it was a Sunday night, so there was nothing else going on. So I turned it on and I watched the whole game, and I never thought I'd watch it. It was Angola versus Mali, and Angola were hosting the tournament, so it was the opening game. So you had all the Angolians watching in the stadium, and then they were 4-0 up, and with half an hour to go, Mali made it 4-4 on the last minute. You just never know. Couldn't quite believe it. And even though Angola were having a party because they were hosting the tournament, it just went quiet afterwards. And I think all the Mali players were worried they weren't going to come out alive. Oh, no, it's flicked forward there, but no one to find for Chelsea.
Because Barcelona were like pushing themselves forward, like I just want them to tire themselves out.
Yeah. But could this make Chelsea tired? Just trying to run the ball.
Yeah. I mean, if Barcelona get tired out and the manager does make a couple of changes, obviously the rest of the team is still going to be. They're going to have tired legs. They're going to be aching, and some of the Chelsea players will be able to just push forward as much as they can and try to score.
Yeah.
But
Jefferson Achora saying Visca Barca win the triplet for Jesse from Huni Pop. We got Mo Salah. Yeah, Mo Salah's joined us. Saying Visca Barca, come on Man City. That can't be Mo Salah because you play for Liverpool.
yes.
You have to say the first goal was
If you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe to the channel. Click that subscribe button and give us a like. We appreciate your support. Edgar Mina saying Gabby waiting for the comeback? ? This is Gabby's first watch along as well, so it's not exactly the greatest debut for a watch along.
Things can only
First
get
watch
better.
along and we're losing.
Things can only get better. Well said, Terry. Barlam asking, have Chelsea been bad or just the inexperience showed to them? I'd say both. Wouldn't you, Terry?
Yeah, I think there is something in both of those arguments. I mean, they're playing two very young fullbacks who've not played anything like at this level before against two of the best wingers in the world, and they've been exposed, unfortunately. I think they had the luck here of playing maybe one or the other, but I just don't understand why Jonna Andersson hasn't started this game.
No, and she's been starting especially in the last few weeks. I mean, why change that?
Jonna's been a standard fixture in the Chelsea back four for 3 years, and she's been very good, very steady.
Yeah, absolutely. She is, and she is on the bench, so it's not like she was injured. In case that was the problem, but no, that she is available for Emma Hayes. But I mean, Gabby, surely at half time you're expecting at least one or two changes if there's any hope, because they can't carry on playing like this, can they?
Oh no, Emma's got to definitely make at least 2 changes.
Yeah.
She's got to bring Wrighton on 100%, and either Blundell or Fleming or Cuthbert. To be fair, I forgot about Cuthbert. Or Cuthbert.
Yeah, Cuthbert and Wrighton are a good shout. I think if they go to a back 3 and then put those 2 out wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an extra 2 minutes.
Because they might as well lose 6-0 or 4-2 now. Really, if it stays like this till the end, Chelsea might as well try and score goals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lose 7-3.
Yeah. Let us know, folks, at half time, can Chelsea turn this round? We did I forgot to read the poll before we went live, which we put up on Twitter, asking you lot who you think would win. I'll check it, but you lot are probably voting for Barcelona now. I hope you're not. Yeah, 2 minutes of added time, as Gabby mentioned. They've got a free kick here, Chelsea. It's with G.
He's good at free kicks.
Ah. What was that? Sorry, Gabby?
I was going to say G is good at free kicks, but that just proved me wrong.
It's just not happening, is it, at all? I mean,
No.
she did all right there, but yeah, goalkeeper didn't have to do too much to make the save.
She just needed a bit more power into it, so it went into the top corner.
Yeah. Bakaloo saying Barcelona about to pull the Bayern payback. Random guy saying, come on Gabby, we know you can smile.
I've literally just seen that message, yeah.
Random guy, you try. It's not easy. Fran Kirby, she's hardly been involved tonight, bless her. She's tried to keep the ball going, but she tried to get it to Emma Carter, but it's gone. And now cleared away by Barcelona. There's about 20 seconds left of stoppage time.
I've got the chat up next to me. I'm literally just seeing loads of comments which have my name highlighted in them.
All good messages, I hope.
Well, one's just put, Gabby, it's okay, we can feel the pain.
You're not alone. It's half time, and those Chelsea players out there will feel alone after that first half. What are they thinking now when they go into that changing room? And if you've just joined us, it is 4-0 to Barcelona at half time, not at full time, at half time. So we've had 4 goals all going to one team here in Gothenburg, and right now Barcelona are going to win their first ever Champions League. I mean, straight away, Terry, I don't think any of us were expecting this. I mean, we all knew Barcelona were going to be a challenge, but not like this.
No, it's 4-0 is a bit of a shocker.
Yeah, it really is. Gabby, what I mean, even though you actually were honest and said Barcelona can win,
Yeah.
you'd still think the way Chelsea have played, and they've got a quadruple that they're fighting for this season. It's just mad to think how. I still think it's that first goal in the first minute. I still just think that's what's really killed it for them. The confidence just out the window, and their game plan just doesn't seem to be there.
Yeah, that first goal, I think it's just, I want to say it made like the Chelsea players scared in a way. Like it's made them nervous that they know how good Barcelona have. Like they've played 26 games and they've won 26 games.
Yeah.
But at halftime, I was not expecting it to be 4-0. Maybe 2-0, 3-1. But I wasn't expecting it to be 4-0.
No.
I just hope Chelsea get at least one goal in the second half.
Terry, if you were Emma Hayes, what would you say to them at half time?
Well, look, it's the old cliche, isn't it? It's everything's gone wrong, guys. Go out and win the second half first and foremost. Get a bit of pride back. If you can get one goal, you never know. If it's 10 minutes in, you might give yourself a chance. I mean, all they can do is it's got to be one goal at a time, isn't it? So go out, play for pride, win the second half, get that first goal, and see what can happen from there. You know, it's going to take a lot now for Barcelona to kind of cave. Chelsea would literally have to get back to kind of 4-3 for Barcelona's legs to start going.
Yeah.
And that's really what I wanted to see. I wanted to see if Barcelona could be put under pressure, and Chelsea have just not managed to do it at all.
No, not at all. Let's try and read some of the comments. It's a lot of you chatting to us. We've got Sinead asking, where are you guys streaming this? The UK. In different parts of the UK. This is a good comment. Raghif, who seems to be a Barca fan with his profile picture having a Barcelona badge, saying, we know Messi's team next season. It's Barcelona Femeni. Yeah, get them round him. That would I'm sure he would want Mertens as his winger. The rumours have been Memphis Depay over the summer, but who knows? Mertens absolute game changer. Ballum says the Swedish goalkeeper of Chelsea is good on social media. Is she the backup? I would say to them, keep going. Let's try to score some goals. Ollie Waller, if I've pronounced that wrong, I do apologise, says 4-0 is just too much. Hashtag CFC. Anzul Mohammed says love from India. Thank you, Anzul. We got Mohammed Almi saying hopefully Chelsea beat Man City and win the Europa League. Love you guys from Kenya. We win. Are you a Man United fan, Mohammed? Yes, someone who's got sense. Only kidding. In case you're wondering, Terry's an AFC Wimbledon fan, and if you've only just joined us, Gabby is a Chelsea fan, but that might change after full time. Have you got college this week as well, Gabby?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Could be a long week.
Yeah.
We got Moses Adongo here saying Chelsea will still win, I believe. Ritish Kodkas also says, come on, Chelsea, I believe you. Johnson Hemingway says, chin up, guys. If Barca women get 3 sent off, it might only be 5-0. Oh, dear. And Kyra saying Barcelona Femeni are just better. I tell you what, folks, we're going to have a 5-minute break here, so don't go anywhere. We're going to just quickly refresh our drinks, and then we'll get ready for the second half. So don't go anywhere, folks. Stay on the stream, and we'll be right back. But hopefully Chelsea could just play with pride in that second half. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Let's Talk Sports live watch along of the Women's Champions League final. If you've only just joined us, the scoreline, as you can see below us, is Chelsea 0, Barcelona 4 here in Gothenburg in Sweden, which, well, I mean, IKEA are known for having reliable furniture in Sweden. Sadly, Chelsea don't have a reliable defence at the moment, but it's been a crazy, crazy game so far. I mean, I think what's really funny, Gabby, is that Chelsea have at least one more game even after this. You know, they've got the cup to still play on Thursday, which this could really take them out completely ahead of that game. And I'm sure they'd want to end it still on a high, but games like this can really change players.
Yeah, if they manage to get a comeback, obviously they're going to do great in the next game. But with how this game has gone so far, their emotion, their attitude for the next game is just going to be so different to how it has been. It's just going to be so different.
I mean, Terry, it's funny because this could be a lesson for the likes of Man City, who are creating a big team in their women's football, and they're trying to be another club that are trying to get to the Champions League final with their women's team as well as their men's team. But with Man City, surely they could watch this and go, this is when experience is so, let's say, so important as well, even if it doesn't go for you.
Yeah, it is. And City have been through this exact same experience with Barcelona. They've been on the end of a 3-goal hiding in the quarterfinals, and City will go away and learn from that experience. I mean, one thing I say to the Chelsea team is they've been very, very resilient. There's a lot of mental strength in the group, and if they do end up on the end of a hiding tonight, and it's looking like they're going to, I mean, I hope they come back, play with a bit of pride second half. But yeah. I don't think I'd want to be Everton on Thursday, because I could see Chelsea roundly beating them just to get past this.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what Emma Hayes would ask for, isn't it? Just a quick response and put it behind you. That's all you can do, isn't it?
It's going to be their last game of the season, and it's against a team that put them out of last year's FA Cup.
Yeah.
So there's a lot on that one against Everton. So, look, you've got to play this game first and see how it turns out. But I can see Chelsea really reacting to this defeat with a big performance to see the season out.
And funny enough, Everton got to the final, didn't they? And then played Man City, which sadly for them it ended there. They didn't lift the trophy. But yeah, you just never know what can happen in the FA Cup, men and women's format, well, especially yesterday with Leicester beating Chelsea and getting their first ever FA Cup after 5 attempts, which it was certainly a great day for Gary Lineker, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it was a good day for him again today, because the Leicester women knocked out Manchester United in the FA Cup 3-2.
Oh, I didn't see it. Damn it. Oh, why? Why are they doing this to me? Oh, what a good day for Leicester fans all weekend, that. Actually, what are your thoughts, Terry? Because on Casey Stoney, she actually managed her last game today, which sadly was a defeat. But yeah. I thought it was a bit of a shock when finding out early this week that she was to leave for, well, there's rumours that she could be going to the States to coach there, but I don't know if that's official. But with what she's done in the short time at Man United, from nothing to building this team up to getting into the Women's Super League and to actually challenge for the top for a bit, early this season, it looks as though there might have been some problems between her and the owners.
It's looking that way, yeah. It looks like there might have been some discussions behind the scenes about facilities. Yeah. Katie wanted to push that team on into the Champions League spots, and she's narrowly missed out this year. So it's a bit surprising to see her not have another go next year and see if she can make it into the top 3. So there's got to have been something, serious for her to say, do you know what? Let's call it a day, shake hands and go our separate ways.
Yeah. I mean, Gabby, you probably remembered from the Super League this season, United were top at least by Christmas. So they certainly had a good challenge for them. But I guess now with Casey Stoney gone, do the likes of, Kristen Press, Tobin Heath, Jackie Gronin, do they still stick to it? Because I'm sure the coach, they'll miss her.
Yeah, Casey Stoney, she was really good. now that she's gone, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Like, just anything.
It could either go up or go down, couldn't it? It's,
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be interesting. We don't know yet who will be the replacement, but it will certainly take a lot to take on her role. And actually, Casey Stoney did say in her last interview today that, you know, it's all there for the new coach to do well. So I'm sure it's quite an exciting project for whoever takes over. But if there's been problems with her and the owners, who knows? The next manager might have that problem as well. But I mean, as a Man United fan, we've had problems with the Glazers since day one, so nothing's changed. Yeah. Nothing's changed.
There's a rumour it's going to be Carla Ward, who's just left home. And so she knows all about behind-the-scenes problems.
Oh, no. Here we go, then. Well, the second half's just about to begin. Chelsea will kick off, and there has been substitutions, which I did miss, but it looks as though...
It's Wrighton's on for Leupolz.
Got you. So, yeah, they've at least there's been one or two changes there from Chelsea to try and see if there's any hope here. An early goal, maybe. Who knows? We've had crazier things. I mean, I try and remember stuff like the Spurs comeback at Ajax when they needed 3 goals, and they got it in that second half, thanks to Lucas Moura hat-trick. But anyway, the game has begun. Let me just start the clock again. Which I have forgot to add. Oh. Oh. Let us know, folks, in the comments, what do you think the final scoreline will be? Oh, Sam Kerr. Had a header there. Didn't have enough power on it, though.
I really want to know what Emma said to them at half time.
Yeah, this is it. I'd love to have sat there. It would have been a great ticket. Yeah, I would love to have access to the change rooms. That should be part of a hospitality package. You have to pay a lot of money, but you know it's a great way to make a bit of money.
Yeah.
They've had it in some stadiums now. Man City's and Tottenham's have got hospitality areas where you can watch them go down the tunnel on the side, and they can't see. The players can't see them, but they can see the players going through, and it's quite cool. But of course, it comes at a price. So let me just change the clock to 46:25. There we go. De Gea Patner says Chelsea, come on. Brian Casper reckons it's going to be 6-0 on the final whistle. I think that's it though, Terry, isn't it? Because with Barcelona, they won't go crazy again, I don't think. They won't put in too much energy so early on in the second half when they know it's in control.
Yeah, I can't see them being that sort of high-intensity press now. It's interesting. Chelsea come out quite positive second half.
They have.
And Barcelona look a bit more content to contain them. But if Chelsea can score here, I think you might see Barcelona liven up again.
Yeah, absolutely. And turn that button on again. Here comes the corner. It's across the goal mouth. No one there for it. It's on the left-hand side.
I think I'm like 30 seconds in front of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm always behind with people when I'm on streams. But we've had some streams in the past where one of us was 2 minutes behind, and that, yeah, this is not that bad. Sainid says, if Chelsea could see Gabby's face, they'd score 10 goals. Someone get the watch long onto Emma right now. It's now with G. Oh, it's gone back to the centre circle. Oh. Gabby's got a reaction there. What's happened? Oh, penalty? That's a penalty. No, of course not. So the other one wasn't. But, I mean, there wasn't much in it. But I just think, in terms of that referee standard, it shouldn't take much to get a penalty. Ooh, she did put her arm on the back.
It's a barge in the back.
Yeah.
So if the other one's a pen, that's a pen, you know?
Yeah. Consistency, at least, but...
I think the ref gave that as a free kick to Barcelona as well.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
What did I don't even.
Yeah. In what way is it a free kick? Makes no sense.
I don't like this ref. I don't like any of the refs.
No, I know what you mean. I liked Howard Webb. He was good for Man U, but those were the days. Carter taking the throw, and who's been great this season as their left back. It's a great long throw in. Oh, she's kept it in. Come on, have a shot. Oh no, Fran Kirby's shot is blocked. Now it's with Millie Bright.
Has Barcelona made any changes?
I don't think. Let me double check, but I don't think they did. Let me refresh the. I've got the team lineups all here, which they update. So.
Yeah.
I don't see any.
No, they haven't, have they? Nope, none at all. While Chelsea have only made the one. But yeah, no Anderson still. Oh, header through. No, couldn't get there harder.
I feel like Emma's going to bring Anderson on. Oh, no. I feel like Emma's going to bring Anderson on, like,
Kerr.
halfway through the second half.
Just not happening at all for Kerr. Oh, the cross came in. It was a decent cross, but Kerr's she does clap her teammate for the setup.
I mean, Chelsea have started off strong in the second half. They're getting shots. They're having possession of the ball.
Yeah, they're already showing much more danger in the second half, aren't they?
They just need to push forward more, like I said earlier, but like just basically shoot every chance they get.
Yeah. Throwing for Barcelona, which might just keep them a bit calm after those early threats. Oh, it's gone over. Millie Bright couldn't get there. That wasn't much contact in that. What are you saying? Here they come again. It's with G. Frank Kirby. Oh, nearly nice back heel there. Oh, she's won it back. Well done. Now Kerr, she's got harder in the box again. Just can't get that connection. That cross would have been perfect if it had found harder. It's now with Carter. She's having to take it all the way back to Berger. Which Berger, I might be wrong, but I don't think she's even conceded 4 goals in one game this season. So I don't think she was expecting that tonight. News has just come in that Borussia Dortmund have managed to get Champions League football for next season. And already I'm seeing rumours on my phone that Haaland might stay for another season. How the rumours come out so quickly. Of course, be sure to check out Terry's blog, which is Dare to Blog Women's Football. So it's womensfootball.blog. Do check out his football writing. And I'm sure you'll be doing a write-up for this. I like the mug placement there. Like you're pretending you've got tea in it. I like that. There are mugs available.
There's one, but I'll share
it. By pieces.
Send it around the world.
Yeah. How long have you... Because you've had it since the last World Cup, haven't you?
Yeah, 2019. So it's just before then. I did all the previews for the teams for the World Cup, and then just basically blogged the World Cup, and then afterwards thought I'll keep it going.
Yeah,
I'll do roughly a blog every sort of week, every 2 weeks maybe.
Yeah, that's splendid.
During the WSL season, it's a bit more regular.
I think that's the good thing with the WSL season. It's because there's less teams. It's not too full on, is it? You know, they sometimes have a rest on some of the weeks, and then the international football takes over, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Which is good to see. And of course, the Women's Super League used to be in the summer, so they changed that to being the same as the men's season, which I think is way better. And I think even the players asked of it for it to be changed. Naza Piltan asking, is Messi playing in the match? They don't need Messi. This team can do it without Messi. Frank Kirby. Oh, she couldn't get it through to Sam Kerr. Calls for offside, but they've carried on. Barcelona have got themselves a throw-in. But it's all been in their own half this second half. It's the scoreline may say it's one-sided, but this second half has been Chelsea so far.
I mean, Emma needs to bring Cuthbert on, 100%.
I just don't understand why she didn't in the start of the second half, you know?
Yeah,
like, to lose.
Yeah, because like she's brought Wrighton on.
Who normally starts as well, Wrighton, now and again.
And Cuthbert should have come on because Wrighton and Cuthbert work well together as well. Like, they know where each other are, like, nearly every single minute of the game.
Yeah.
But hopefully between the 60th and 70th minute, Emma will decide to listen to me and bring Cuthbert on.
If you're listening, Emma, make the change. Now it's on to Wrighton again. It's only gone to play it backwards. Carter with a long ball direct into the box. Or G. Again, it's just that. It's been that final third in the second half, Terry, hasn't it? Where the pass just isn't happening into the box.
Yeah, the passing's not been accurate, and it's a real shame because particularly in transition from when they win the ball to them getting on the offensive, Chelsea are usually so good because they're so accurate.
Yeah, exactly. Random guy says, come on, Barca, we can do it. 12-0. You troll. Shibin T says, Sam Kerr shouldn't talk again after a tweet 2 years ago. I'm not sure what tweet you mean, but do share. Elizabeth Mendoza says, Visca Barca. Taja Scott has said to Gabby, please don't cry.
I'll try not to.
I must admit, when they made it 3-0, I thought we lost you, Gabby. There's one comment here from King LM10XHD saying Chelsea isn't falling apart, it's just Barca is too good. I mean, that is one way of looking at it like that. Barca have been world class in that first half. Oh, Chelsea on the back foot, but they've got themselves out of it. If you haven't yet, folks, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're near to 2,400 subscribers, so do give us a like as well, and we really appreciate your support. And it's coming into the box for Chelsea. No, Barca have intercepted. I think it was Torrejon who intercepted there, the right back. Oh, well done there. Go on. Frank Kirby. Good pass to G. Go on, get it. Oh, no, wrong way. Oh, good pass now, Kirby. Is she offside? Oh, couldn't get it to Kerr. Oh, needed to get offside after all that anyway. Might have been on Frank Kirby, but Kerr couldn't get to the cross. Oh, way offside.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
Big strand, yeah.
Oh. Jacob Alpha says, come on, Blues. Could do with a Tobin Heath up front. That player just doesn't stop. I was gutted when she was injured. I think that was the the changing point of our season. Right.
Nice, come on, Fran.
Yeah, nice one. Oh, no. Oh, couldn't get it.
She has run the game tonight, Alexia.
She really has.
She's heading for the box. There she is.
What a bot. Oh, nearly. Bright does well there. No foul, says the ref. King Alan 10XHD asks, Messi or Ronaldo? That debate will never end, will it? What do you go for?
Alexia tonight for me.
What's that?
It'd be Alexia tonight for me.
For me, it'd be Mertens.
We'd have Alexia down at AFC Wimbledon.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Either team, actually, men or women.
How are the women's team doing?
We're in Division 1 of the National League, so the 4th tier of women's football.
4th tier. Where did they finish?
Last year we finished second last year in the when the league was nullified. Yeah. And then this year we were 6th, but we'd only played like 5 games.
Oh yeah, got you.
And that was it. They binned it all.
I think it's weird, isn't it, how some levels, even National League in the men's, was still able to continue, but National League North and South wasn't. It's been weird how they've decided who plays and who doesn't.
It was all to do with what's classed as elite sport, and in men's football, Conference Up is elite, and in women's football, it's the Championship and the Super League.
Yeah, exactly. And hopefully we'll see all these teams back in the summer, and I'm sure I can speak for Terry, Gabby and all of you lot at home where we miss the days of getting a match ticket, getting a pie, getting a pint or whatever, and enjoying some football in front of us. It's definitely the little things that we miss and you take for granted sometimes, and I think we'll certainly not take them for granted ever again. We've got Opoku Isaac saying more goals Barcelona, I'm proud of you. It's going to be a goal kick for Barcelona. We've reached an hour and still no more changes really, only just the one that was done with Chelsea. And it looks as though they're going to make a substitution, Barcelona. And Graham's going off. And Graham scored in the first half. She's the one that got the 4th goal on the 36th minute. And she comes on for comes off for Cole Dante, who I mentioned in the first half. And she's quite a player.
Look at that ball.
That's a great ball. I mean, imagine if they do get a clean sheet tonight as well.
Yeah, it's not often Chelsea don't score.
Yeah. I'd love to know when they last didn't. Let me have a look. Yeah, it's been a while because I can't find any. Still looking. Oh wow, the last time Chelsea actually didn't score was against Bayern last season in August in the Women's Champions League. So pretty much since the start of the season for Chelsea.
Yeah.
So that long streak is under threat as well as this Champions League trophy. Alan Tobin asking, will Let's Talk Sport be doing a watch along for the Euros? Yep, we'll be trying to do as many games as we can, Alan. So do check the channel out closer to the time. We're currently arranging it all, so there's a lot of there's a lot of games. I'm sure Gabby and Terry, if they're ever up for it, they're more than welcome to join us on them for the Euros in the summer. So yeah, lots to look forward to there. Lots of games. Can England win the Euros? I'm not going to say they can, because I say that every time. They never get near it. After that Portugal defeat in Euro 2004, I just can't take anything for granted.
Yeah.
Which, of course, Portugal's hosting the Men's Champions League final in over a couple of weeks' time, which is ridiculous. You'd have thought it would be in England, but apparently the government couldn't agree to their terms or something like that to do with quarantine. So that's why UEFA decided to go with Portugal afterwards.
Random guy who's just commented saying, "Why isn't Gabby talking?"
Not much to shout about, is there?
I'm just paying attention to the game. I'm just in the zone.
Our Liverpool fan Joe's like that when it comes to Liverpool. He's the same. Sometimes you speak to him, and even if you tried to clap, he still wouldn't know you're in the room with him. 65 minutes gone, still 4-0. No goals in this second half so far. But it's exactly what Terry and I were saying at the start of the second half, which was Barca not to go fully out again, but to just make sure they control the game. They've got a corner. Johnson Hemingway asking, who do you think will win the Euros? He's going for Belgium, but France and Portugal very strong too. I think you're sitting on the fence, Johnson, when you're saying that. Portugal, I'm going to say, Johnson. This is Barcelona's third corner. Chelsea have had 4 so far.
Since Barcelona have made that sub, they've been more power. Like, they've started to get more power. They've started to attack more.
Yeah. Be sure to subscribe, folks. Fish Nice says, Gabby up Chelsea. Not sure what that means. At the end of the day, though, Gabby, whatever happens tonight, they've gone on to win the league and the League Cup already, haven't they? You know, It's still been a good season. And I think even though they've lost this final, with the way it's going, they can still look at it and think, well, they've gone to a stage of a competition that they never got to before.
This is free kick just outside the box.
Yeah. Brighton, is it taking it? Oh, good header. Straight at the goalkeeper. Bit more like it.
Yeah, I was going to say, back to what you were just saying. Yeah, Chelsea have just won the league. For the second time in a row. They've managed to get to the final, which is they're the first English team to get to the final. So that's just amazing.
Was it not Arsenal? Arsenal got there, didn't they, in 2007?
I can't remember, actually.
I might be wrong. I read...
They did, but I'm not sure it was necessarily Champions League back in the day. I think he had a different title. But yeah, Arsenal won it in 2007.
Got you. Yeah, because they've kind of kept that quiet in these previews that I've been reading. They've not mentioned much of England involvement. Well, I guess there isn't much in the last few years. So
not in the finals, no.
No, because it's always been the French teams at least, hasn't it? You know, the PSG and the Lyons who dominated.
Lyon and Wolfsburg have dominated this competition in the last 10 years.
Yeah, they certainly have. And Wolfsburg, Chelsea did beat, didn't they, convincingly on the way to the final, which was a big result.
Yeah, well, actually, it's funny you mention that Wolfsburg game, but Wolfsburg rattled Chelsea's goalposts about 3 or 4 times in the first leg, just couldn't get in front. And when Chelsea got the lead, Wolfsburg kind of crumbled after that. But it just goes to show, tonight Barcelona took all their chances early, and Chelsea are now out of it. Wolfsburg didn't, and Chelsea made it to the final. So,
yeah,
they had their fair share of luck getting to this final this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Emma Carter up against one of the Barca wingers. Oh, she does well. It's still got the possession though, Barcelona. Yeah, Richard Murray saying in the modern format, Chelsea are the only team, but Arsenal have won it. Edward saying Fran, Sam, and the rest of the ladies worked hard this season. They certainly did. Fran Kirby especially, but yes, Sam Kerr has been brilliant. Looks like there's going to be more substitutions for Barcelona.
Yeah, this one's not going to be fun for Chelsea.
No,
because that's Oshuala.
And she's the Nigerian, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very quick, very powerful.
And she scored. I remember she scored a great goal at the World Cup as well.
Yeah, you got it.
Frank Kirby got on. Oh, hard no. Oh, Chelsea just can't get it in the net. Oh.
I don't know why Kirby didn't try to shoot. Or even try to just pass it forward.
Because the pass, I mean, she did well to get that pass, Frank Kirby, but from that angle, it could have easily have been intercepted.
Yeah. Oh, Emma Hayes is back.
Oh.
She disappeared for a bit.
Yeah. I wonder where she's... Yeah, here she comes on then. Hermoso's coming off. Oshiala, yeah, good point, Terry. About how good she is, because I'll just remember that goal for Nigeria. It was just ridiculous. One of the goals of the tournament as well, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, her only problem is she needs a few goes to get the goal, but she causes lots of problems. Yeah. She's a classic running behind. I don't think Millie Bright and Eriksson are really going to fancy running after her.
No. Especially when they've played for 71 minutes.
Yeah.
It's always about depth in some teams, and it certainly helps Barca. I mean, I don't know if you two know, but when Barcelona, once they've played this match tonight, is that their season done? Do they still have a league to play? I think they still do, don't they?
They've won the league.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they won the league with maximum points.
Oh, wow. And this is when we should recognise it, shouldn't we? Really, Terry, where in all aspects of football, people should recognise that record of winning every game going.
Yeah, look, I mean, I wouldn't say the Spanish league top to bottom is that strong. I think it has the same sort of issues that the Women's Super League does, where the teams at the bottom can be beat 7 or 8.
Yeah.
But, Real Madrid are in there now. Levante are a good side, and they have put up their fair share of points. Those teams have been 2-point averages. But Barca have just been, they are just too good. And at the end of the day, most of the teams are paying their players, less than €20,000 a year. Barcelona have a budget of €3.5 million. So that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess, though, when you look at this final, even before the kickoff, you've got Barcelona and Chelsea being in this final, which challenges the traditions of PSG, Lyon and Wolfsburg being there. Surely this just shows that with women's football, it is growing and it's getting more teams involved.
Yeah, I think there's sort of 8 teams now that can realistically win the Champions League if they get a good run, get a bit of luck, don't have too many injuries. Yeah. So there's about 8 teams really. France, Spain, Germany and England now are providing those sides that can realistically win the competition.
Absolutely. And it's good to see. Of course, the Women's World Cup has started to bring in more countries that... I mean, we did see USA, beat Thailand 13-0 in that Women's World Cup, which was a crazy game, but it did make the headlines as well, which was good. But obviously you want a bit more competition in those finals. Hopefully we'll see that in the future.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully that result wasn't the norm.
No.
You know, they went on to beat Chile, 3-0. They just nicked, you know, I think it was a couple of goals against Sweden.
Yeah.
So they weren't smashing everybody up, but
No.
you know, the United States are still they're the benchmark.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 3 World Cups, isn't it now for them?
They've got 4.
Oh, 4. Sorry, yeah. They could have won. They could have won 3 in a row, but that famous night in Germany when Japan won it on penalties, which was fantastic to see. When you know,
it's my favourite one.
Yeah, mine too, because that was my first World Cup final for women's. I hadn't watched any of the ones previously, and tuned into that one. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was like, this is a great game. Fully packed stadium as well. In was it Hamburg?
I can't remember where the stadium was.
No, I can't remember, but it was some game. And if you haven't seen it, folks, they have those highlights on YouTube, so definitely watch it after our watch along here. It's a great final. 75 minutes nearly gone here at Gothenburg, and no goals still in this second half, and it has been quiet on the goal front for both teams, but it looks as though it's quite interesting. The attempts has been more towards Chelsea, 12-9, but sadly they haven't been able to convert any of them to goals.
Emma Hayes has made a sub in I think it's the 72nd minute. G and Samker have been taken off, have been replaced with Cuthbert in England.
Are you surprised Kerr's gone off?
Yeah, I thought she would have kept Kerr on for at least like the 80th minute, or even just for the full match. Because she's only just in the second half started to get the ball more, starting to actually get close to having shots, and now she's just taken a lot. But she's replaced with England, so hopefully England can get on the ball and shoot. But I'm glad that Cuthbert is on.
So it's now with Wrighton, I think, on the left-hand side. Of course, the most difficult part of any final is having to pick up that runners-up medal, which I'm sure a lot of them will not even put it round their neck, which some players just don't like to do. Johnson Hemingway has responded to you, Terry, saying there are 8 teams that can win. Barca, 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 and of course Barca.
I'm just wondering, though, that if Barca failed to score the 12 goals tonight, as he suggested earlier, does that make the act a bit of a failure?
Do respond, Johnson.
Can they really hold their heads up high when they get off that plane?
Yeah. They'll pick up their medals and go, I don't want this. We didn't get 12.
Yeah.
Richard Murray saying, has Sam Kerr seemed to slow down? She isn't the fastest player. Arco Roy says, well, as a Barca fan, I can say if you exclude Messi, De Jong and ter Stegen from the men's team, then the women's can easily beat the men's team. I'd love to see, even if it was just a training ground game, Barcelona women versus Barcelona men. I'd love to see it. But the great thing that soccer, I don't know if anyone watches Soccer Aid, which is of course the football charity program on ITV every year, where they get celebrities and legends to play. They've now done it recently in the last few years, where both the England team and the rest of the world team have to have a women's player on the pitch. As long as they've got one female player on the pitch, which is ex-player, it's quite nice to see them, and it's nice to see mixed football, which we'll probably never see in the professional game, but it's good to see. Yeah, they've Mertens to take it. Of course, for any of you folks who live in England and you're wondering what's big coming up for women's football, next summer is the Women's Euros, which would have happened this summer if it wasn't for COVID. That's happening all in England next summer, so I'm looking forward to that.
Also worth mentioning the Olympics in Japan, because the women's football used to be a bigger deal than the men's.
Yeah, and it's good to see that, isn't it? Because USA are one of the favourites as always for that, but I think it was because did they win that? No, they didn't, did they? It was I can't remember who won the 2016 Olympics, because USA lost to Sweden on penalties, if I can remember. I can't remember.
Was that the one where Hope Howell had that meltdown?
I think it might have been, yeah. Bright's taking the ball back to Berger. Berger's not had to worry about anything in the second half, in all fairness to her. Here come Barcelona again as we're about to reach 80 minutes. It's Barcelona again. Oh, Bright couldn't do much about that. Was it Ingle? No, it was Ingle who cleared it. Again, I get mixed up between the two in the far distance. I have to keep reminding myself, number 4 is Bright, number 5 is Ingle.
It was Germany that won the 2016 Olympics.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
They nearly did the double, but their men's team lost to Brazil in the final. Emma Hayes talking to her coaches, but I'm sure she'll be hurt, but Emma Hayes is a very strong manager. Chelsea clear it. Now Frank Kirby. Oh, Ingles lost it there. Could be in trouble here. Oh, it was a free kick.
Yeah. She's on a card.
Oh, is she? Oh dear.
Yeah.
10 minutes to go. Marta's down. Not the Marta some of you might be thinking about. No card given, I don't think.
He's just having a word with her.
Yeah.
Probably something along the lines of, you've had a really bad night, I'm not going to make it worse.
It's funny, I was thinking the same.
Barcelona are making another change.
Yeah, they're making 2 changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Torrejon's gone off. She's played brilliantly. Arahabi's gone, and Serrano's replaced her.
Is Fleming on yet for Chelsea?
No. So far you've had, was it Retton, Beth England and Cuthbert on?
Yeah, I feel like Fleming should come on and Anderson.
Yeah, no Anderson still. Too late now, of course, but
Suggesting an injury, isn't it, really?
it must be, yeah. It could be one of those where Anderson has said to her, look, I'll do anything to still play, but Emma Hayes has probably been advised to just not start her.
Yeah. Be interested to see if she starts against Everton.
Yes. Yeah, always. I think it would be obvious, wouldn't it, then? That's on Thursday night, their FA Cup game. Is there more FA Cup games after that for this season, or do they leave it till the summer? Sorry.
No, it's going to be next year now that they pick up from the quarterfinals.
Oh, right. So they're going to have the final in the winter again, are they?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Got you. I guess that's not a bad idea, because then you can still, if we're not in lockdown, they could maybe get fans to see that final later on in the year.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things the FA had to consider is the fact that there's a lot of teams that are in sort of National League level, sort of level 3 and below. And if they'd made it through, you know, those players, they're amateurs and they generally don't sort of hang around during the summer months. So they've sort of looked at it and said, well, we'll give those teams a bit of a chance and start again in the autumn.
Absolutely.
But I don't think any of those teams are going to get there. I think that was just a consideration.
Yeah. think, the Women's Super League should be back. It's normally September, isn't it? I think. I might be wrong.
Yeah, it's September.
Got you. So, of course, a bit of a wait until the women's football is back in England, but hopefully it'll come back with a bang. As, of course, the Women's Super League got decided on the final day this year, which was good to see. Oh, shot there, and it's gone way over. That's a Barcelona goal kick. Henry Shindan says, our men are done, but we thank God for our women here. Good job. Less Than Zero says it's Barca's time. They're on fire. Menza Steven says, Foca Barca, woman go up. There they come again, Chelsea. It's blocked. What a bad weekend for Chelsea as a whole then. FA Cup final lost. Women's Champions League final lost. Got a Champions League final next week. At least if they win that, they can forget this weekend. 2 weeks away, that. Oh, he's Wrighton. Go on. Ah, Beth. I think that was always a tricky cross to deal with, Gabby.
Yeah.
I think she's even laughing about it, isn't she, I think?
I think that because they know that they've got like 5 minutes left, and if there's any extra time, that they're just really nervous right now. They just like want to get at least one goal because they've made it to the final. Just one goal.
Yeah.
They're trying everything they can.
Oh, cleared that. Yeah, no one ever wants to see a final like this where it's already been decided by half time.
No.
Yeah, but there's a lot of women's Super League teams that will be watching this and thinking, well, this is kind of how it is for us playing Chelsea every week. It's all over by half time.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the likes of Bristol and Reading and Villa and Bristol down, aren't they? You know, they were once a team that were up there along with Arsenal at least trying to go for those cups. But as Terry has mentioned, you know, when teams get a bit of money going in these bigger clubs, they can start to challenge it and take over, which has been a real shame in a way.
Of course, the women in the stadium that understand what Chelsea are going through better than anyone are the women on the Barcelona team, because this happened to them 2 years ago. They got smashed by Lyon, and here they are 2 years later winning the European Cup. So, you know, Chelsea fans shouldn't, you know, it's going to hurt today, but it doesn't need to hurt long term, because I think Chelsea have a good setup and a good squad, and they could well be back here again next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, what was that scoreline 2 years ago?
That was 4 as well.
Oh, was that 4 as well? Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if Barca got a late one. But yeah, they were, I think they were 4 down at half time as well.
Yeah.
But, it was a head hack. And just everything went wrong. But Barcelona looked like Chelsea did tonight for the first 30 minutes, just like they didn't know what they were doing.
Just didn't know what they were doing, yeah. I'll have to watch the highlights of that and find them on YouTube and go back to it. We got a stat here from Annika S saying Barcelona Femeni has played 26 games and won all 26, scoring 128 goals and conceding just 5. Unreal. I knew that we all mentioned the 26 games and won 26, but I didn't know they only conceded 5. That is quite incredible. I think every player, coach and fans will be very proud of that. Oh, Beth England down. No foul.
I think they've conceded nearly that many in the Champions League, though, this year, from memory.
I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, Eindhoven got a late one against them in both games.
Yeah.
The same Lady Smith scored in the 89th and 90th minute. So there's hope for Chelsea yet. They might get a late one. They beat Fortuna 4-0 and 5-0. They drew with that. Oh, sorry, that's Chelsea. Yeah, they beat City 3-0 and then lost 2-1. And then they drew 1-1 and won 2-1 in the semis. So, yeah, they conceded the odd goal.
Only the odd.
Yeah.
I mean, who would... Surely some of these Barca players could be up for the Women's Ballon d'Or this year. I mean,
Well,
who'd you
this
go
Alexis,
for?
I think, is special.
Yeah.
I think she's the most underrated woman in world football right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree. It must be getting colder in Gothenburg because the Barcelona manager's put on a bigger coat. Yeah, I think he's got to get ready for the... He better be wearing his worst coat because I think there'll be a lot of beer and champagne sprayed on him at full time.
Yeah, as I say,
it's
just shown a clip of all the Barcelona players already celebrating.
Yeah, because they're putting on... I've noticed they've got the home shirts ready to put on. I wonder if they've got something printed on the shirts or something.
Probably.
About 30 seconds away from the 90.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good ball. Oh, look at the pace. Can Carter keep up with her? At the end, she thought maybe try and get a goal in the final. Couldn't do it there. But yeah, they're starting to...
2 minutes.
They're jumping up and down. I'm surprised she's put any added time on, to be honest.
Yeah.
Some refs don't do that.
I wouldn't have bothered.
No. So 2 minutes of added time. Annie Keats S says it has to go to Leek Martins. Leek winning the Women's Ballon d'Or would be class. Why not? Oh, is that offside? No. Can Barcelona make it 5? Oh, surely. Yeah. And it's in. 5-0. They finally get that goal. Oh, it's not offside, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no. Oh, she's literally on the ground. So gutted. Oh, bless her. Let's see that again.
I think it's that ball there.
Oh,
because she's behind the ball when it's played. While Schwaber's fine, it's 6 that's off.
Yeah. It's well spotted by the linesman. They thought they had a 5th.
He's off this time.
No, couldn't get it through there, and it'll go back to Berger. Berger's just going to kick it up. I mean, it would be nice to see Chelsea score, but at this rate, I don't think that's going to happen. There's 30 seconds to go. Berger's having to come out.
As I said, Berger's risking it there, coming out.
Bright. Oh, Frank Kirby's got a throw, and there's Emma Hayes next to her. I wonder if Emma Hayes has to deal with high emotions at full time, I'm sure. And there's the final whistle. It's full time in Gothenburg, and it is Barcelona who are the champions of Europe. And as they all come out and run onto the pitch, the coach team, the substitutes, the managers, absolutely thrilled. He has taken his coat off. He knows there'll be champagne on him. He is going to save his coat. And Barcelona have won the Women's Champions League for the very first time. All won, pretty much all decided by half-time. 4 goals in that first half. Loopholes with the own goal for Chelsea within 35 seconds. Alexa Patalis, who scored a penalty on the 14th. We'll talk more about that in a minute because all of us here didn't think that was a penalty. Aitana Bonmati scored on the 20th minute, and then Graham Hansen making it really bad for Chelsea on the 36th minute to make it 4-0. Emma Hayes just doing the usual I wouldn't say handshakes, but fist pumps at least with the officials. But there we go. That is it. Barcelona have won it for the first time. Gabby, first thoughts on that? You must be hurt.
I am.
I mean, It's just the way it started, though, wasn't it? That first quarter of an hour, that first goal just out of nowhere from an own goal, and then just that penalty, which I'm sure all three of us would probably agree it didn't look like a penalty, and it just felt like then it was always going to be an uphill task against the team that just don't lose this season.
Yeah, that first goal, I didn't even see it. Like, because obviously it was that early, I wasn't expecting a goal to happen. I literally looked down, looked at the chat, I looked up, and then Barcelona were celebrating, and I was so confused. But that penalty, that was not a penalty at all.
No. I don't know about you, Terry, but it's such a shame to see penalties given in a final when it's not an obvious penalty.
Well, it looked a soft one. I mean, I couldn't say for certain it felt like a 70% not, 30% could be. It just looked a bit soft. Leupolz wasn't looking at the ball. Wasn't looking at the player. She was looking at the ball. She's run across her opponent, and they just seemed to come together really more than one foul the other. So I thought that was a bit harsh. But to be honest, Chelsea didn't get going. And while Barca were perhaps a little bit fortunate to get the penalty, they were certainly good for 3 goals by the time we were 3-0 up.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, Gabby. It would you say it was just the experience that just wasn't there for them tonight?
Because it's the first time getting to the final. I just don't think they were with it tonight. Like,
yeah. They're in a huddle now, Chelsea. Emma Hayes, of course, leading it. I'm sure she'll be saying very inspiring words, even though they probably don't want to hear anything right now, the Chelsea players, because it is hard to even listen to words of, it won't. This isn't the end. Got to keep fighting next season as well in the Champions League, and they won the Women's Super League just a week ago, so let's not forget that. The stage is just being, the platform that they're going to do the trophy presentation on is just being built at the moment. But I'm sure Emma Hayes is just saying to them all, if you don't want the runners-up medal, just put it in the bin on your way out. It's funny, a lot of footballers just don't keep them. They won't wear them, but they won't keep them either. But I don't know. I guess if it was the World Cup, I don't know. It's hard to not take it. It's still a big occasion, but I guess overall, Terry, the Chelsea players can look up high and go, what a season.
Yeah, look, they'll reflect, and once the emotion of tonight has left them, they'll look back and say, well, it wasn't a bad season, and we'll take that Barcelona experience and try and improve next year and do it better. Absolutely.
I'm wondering now, Terry, what would your headline probably be for your blog tomorrow?
Oh God! I mean, the word that kept coming into mind in the first half was just shell-shocked. I think Chelsea were just shell-shocked. First 30 minutes, they didn't do anything you'd expect them to do. They defended poorly. Their organisation was bad. They made poor decisions. Their accuracy was all over the place. The midfield didn't get going. I mean, none of them were any good in midfield, and that's been their mainstay this year. They've got terrific midfield players, and tonight they weren't terrific. And unfortunately for them, all 3 of the Barcelona midfield players were fantastic. And that Alexia, who wore 11, she is special.
She is special. And who knows, Ballon d'Or maybe for her or one of her teammates later this year. I'm sure they'll be nominated at least for the amazing season that they've had in the league and the Champions League. It looks as though most of the Barcelona players have changed their kits around to the home shirt, the usual burgundy and blue strip, and I think they want to be remembered wearing the home shirt when they celebrate the first ever European Cup for the women's team. I think the men's team. Oh, so go on, Gabby.
I don't know if you've seen it, but it's just showing a clip of Eriksen upset and literally crying.
Yeah.
I feel like she's this. I feel like this will stick with her for at least ages. To be fair,
yeah.
Because she's the captain. I'm guessing she feels like she could have done better. But
I think it's. I mean, Leupolz as well is another one. I mean, what a horrible start to the game. I mean, how do you get out of that? You're digging, you've dug a hole, and how do you get out of it? To concede an own goal, which of course she didn't. It wasn't avoidable, was it? Let's be honest. It just happens, heat of the moment. And then to give away a penalty, which, as we've all said, didn't look like a penalty. I mean, Gabby, I think that could be the play that'll be hit the hardest.
Oh yeah, definitely. As I say, the own goal. She didn't mean it. Like I forgot who it was who tried to kick it away.
Kirby.
Was it Kirby? Yeah,
Yeah.
Kirby tried to kick it away, and it literally just hit Lou Holtz in the knee, and then it just went into the goal. And Berger didn't see that coming, so she couldn't help that. But that penalty, like, no, it's going to stick with Lou Holtz for ages.
Yeah, I think as Terry mentioned before, with that Everton game, they'll certainly want to win that to just start that rebuilding from that final, and it's just so heartbreaking, isn't it, Terry?
Yeah, but as you say, they've got a cup. It's round of 16 on Thursday. They've got a chance to, just clear their minds, try and put this one behind them, and say we've got one more match this season. Let's win that. Let's make sure we're in the hat for the last 8 of the FA Cup, because there's still a treble on for Chelsea, and in anyone's book, that would be some achievement if they can go on and do that.
Absolutely. Well, it looks as though they're getting the stage ready for. I mean, this is good to see the Barcelona players lining up for the Chelsea players to come through and pick up their runners-up medal, and it looks as though the Player of the Match award was given to Atana. I think it is. Yeah, it looks like it with the trophy. That's quite a nice trophy, that actually. It's all right. I remember the Women's World Cup Player of the Match trophies that they gave out I think it was sponsored by Budweiser, but it looked beautiful. I'd just take one of them home if I couldn't win the World Cup. I'll take that. Pretty much just like the Dare to Blog Cup, which many people would love to win. Which Terry will do a competition, I'm sure. There it is. And there's the trophy. It's on the podium, ready for Barcelona to lift, and it is quite a nice trophy. I was actually at the Women's Champions League final in 2017 when Lyon and PSG played in that, and that was a good final to go and see. That was at the Cardiff City Stadium, and Alex Morgan was there playing for Lyon, I think it was. So it was good to see Alex Morgan while she was over, but she didn't play much for Spurs, did she, Gabby? She didn't. She only recently had a baby, and she was only there for half a season.
Yeah, when I found out that Morgan was coming to Spurs, I was like, she's gonna make Spurs better. It's gonna be tough to go against her. But then when she wasn't in many of the matches, and then she just disappeared, and I didn't know what was happening. Like you said, she's just had a kid, so obviously she's gone back to America to be with her family and be with her child. But I thought she would have at least stayed for a season, and then possibly decided to go back. But she was there for like you said, half the season, and then she disappeared.
I don't know who she moved. Did she go back to Orlando? I knew she had connections there, Terry.
Yeah, she came over on loan and then couldn't get in the side for a while. Spurs sacked their managers because they had joint managers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then Ray Dinner came in, and I think Alex Morgan ended up playing 4 games, of which Tottenham won 3. They were the only 3 they won all season until the last day of the season. And I've been actually putting together a kind of a best loan signings of the season. And I have to put Alex Morgan in there because, when she was on the pitch, Tottenham were better. But she went back to America because she had to prepare for the NWSL season, which began, the regular season began today. They've already had a Challenge Cup, which was a bit of a pre-season tournament. And she plays at the Pride, in Orlando. So she'll be up front with Marta.
Oh, Marta. Oh, Mike. What a team. Marta.
You would think so, but Orlando are horrible.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're just a horrible team. I don't know why it doesn't work, but we'll have to see how they get on this year.
Absolutely, yeah. And NWSL. It's funny, I've never actually watched NWSL before, but I don't know if they even show it over here. I don't know. I don't think they do they? Unless you try and find an American streamer, I guess. But
Yeah, so you can stream NWSL on Twitch, but most of the games are not great in terms of timings. You know, you're probably watching games at midnight.
Yeah.
And you'll get 2 or 3 on any given day. So the regular season will be typically Friday through to Monday. And the timings aren't great. So I tend to pick up most of the highlights on YouTube, although I have got a Twitch account when they play the earlier games.
Got you. I might have to join up to Twitch then. I've still never joined Twitch, or the dark side, as YouTube would say.
Yeah.
But I'll have to give it a go. But the officials are going up onto the stage to pick up their medals, which I'm sure Gabby would like to go up to the referee and go, "Why was that a penalty?"
Yeah.
In their fluorescent kit, which you can see them from a mile away.
I've just been reading through the comments.
All right, yeah, there was quite a few in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, it only caught my eye because obviously they've mentioned me. Lossie has joined.
Oh, hey, Lossie, how's it going?
I was going to say, she said hey to us all, so hey, Lossie. And then random guy has finally gotten in touch in the second half.
Random guy.
Yeah. Literally just asking for my Insta. I'll drop it in the chat, maybe. And then just basically saying Barca.
Oh, Jacob A.J. Taylor says, I was sure Chelsea was going to win. Well, there was always a next time. Bang Ace says champions. Peter says better team on the day one. Yeah. No, can't disagree with that. even if people didn't watch the game, it's the scoreline would say. But here they come now, Chelsea. They're going through the Barcelona team, which is great to see. Great gesture from Barcelona.
I want to see if they're going to wear the medals and take them straight off.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Or anything.
Ericsson's kept theirs on, I think. Emma Hayes has kept theirs on.
I feel like they're going to keep them on for the sportsmanship, but then as soon as they get off camera, I feel like they're going to take them straight off.
Yeah.
And never look at them again.
You do see some of them just take it off straight away. I mean, the UEFA president is there. Emma Hayes has probably told them to be on their best behaviour.
Yeah. I think Fleming has literally just taken hers off.
Oh, right.
It's Fleming. I couldn't tell. But they've just put it on and she's taken it straight off.
I keep thinking some of them are, but it's just their ponytail stuck, so they have to let the ponytail, and it looks like they're about to take it off.
Yeah.
You could just have a ribbon allergy.
Yeah. I think that's mine when I come running up. Yeah, I don't want to get rash neck. Frank Kirby.
Kirby's taken hers off straight away. She does not look impressed.
Yeah,
I don't blame her.
It was funny. She went up to the UEFA president and was asking for it to just be given to her in her hand, and he's just like, "No, let me."
Yeah.
Wear it.
See Maren Mjelde limping off there.
Yeah.
She's the big reason why Lika Martins ran that side of the pitch tonight, because Maren was not available.
Got you.
Yeah. I was upset that Maren Mjelde couldn't be there because of the injury. But
she's super steady.
Yeah.
Mm.
She just needs to take her time to get back to normal, and then she can get back on the pitch as soon as possible, and we can win every match again.
Yeah, she's very underrated, I think, Mjelde.
Yeah.
They're going in there with two 20-year-old fullbacks, and this was not the team to take on with those young fullbacks.
No. It's hindsight's a beautiful thing, isn't it? When you look back, especially for these managers. But that's the way it goes, doesn't it? You know, it's you don't know until the day.
Yeah, I wonder what it is with Anderson. Why Anderson was not picked to start? It feels like, because Emma Hayes said in her pre-match press conference that everyone was fit, everyone was available, and yet Jona's not featured recently, that suggests that she's carrying an injury.
Well, they're kissing the trophy every time they walk past it, these Barcelona players.
Just getting the Leon fingerprints off it.
Yeah. I can see Alex Morgan's on there. But yes, Leon have been so dominant with this tournament, so it is nice to see a different team win it tonight, regardless of who the winner was going to be. What's that? What's that she got there? Is that a selfie stick? I'm not sure. I thought for a moment it was a walking stick.
They're giving the trophy to Lasada, who is the club captain.
Yeah, and with the Catalan armband famous for the Barcelona men's team that have it as well. So she's got the trophy now. She has to walk up to her teammates. I think she's telling all the coaches and all that to come over. Yeah, which is nice to see. So there you go then. The ribbons are out. All the smoke and fireworks are out. I think that pretty much cements it there for Barcelona. Champions of Europe for the first time. I'm loving the firework display outside the stadium. Even though there's no fans, it's still good to see. There might be people down the road saying, I'm trying to get some sleep. I got work tomorrow. I think that's just the weird thing about this. Like having a Champions League final in a country where none of the teams are from, and yet no one's there to witness it. It's just really weird. Really weird. Especially come the Euros when most of them will be behind closed doors. That'll be weird. But what a win for Barcelona. And at least the Barcelona fans have something to cheer about this season. Their men's team haven't been that great, but their women's team have won everything so far. So well done to Barcelona. And I think before we do wrap up, folks, I was going to ask you both for your player of the match, starting off with you, Terry.
Yeah, I've been going on about it all night. I think Alexia Putellas was brilliant. I know they gave it to Bonmati, who was also excellent. But Alexia, for me, she lived up to her pre-match hype. Absolutely.
I know this is hard for you, Gabby, but I'm sure you won't pick a Chelsea player at least. But who'd you go for?
I'm going to agree with Terry. Like Alexia, she was magnificent tonight. Like she's definitely my player of the match for this game. I would have liked if it was a Chelsea player, but
maybe next year's final if they can get there. We'll see. Before we go, we'll just read some more comments. Apparently, according to Nicole, Roman Abramovich was watching the game inside the stadium tonight. Of course, he's still banned in the UK, isn't he? I think.
Oh, don't know.
I can't remember. He wasn't allowed to come to England to watch the games because he had a passport problem or something like that. But he was able to always watch the Chelsea men's team if they went abroad. So he'd always go and see them then, but just not at Stamford Bridge. It's such a strange one. But if he has turned up tonight, it's good to see that he's gone to see Chelsea women. Aniket says Chelsea should try to sign Wendy Renard. She's 30, but would significantly improve the Chelsea women's defence. Thoughts on that?
I'm not a big fan of Renard, to be honest. I know she's won a lot, but I actually prefer Mbok Bathy from Lyon or Khadijah Buchanan. So, I'd say one of those. I think City got the right idea when they signed Dahlkemper, because I think she will come good for City next year. Cool.
Michael Murphy saying, what's that? Taurus 2016 saying, Harder's lost her third Champions League final. Oh dear. There's always one player. I mean, Patrice Evra, I think he lost 4 Champions Leagues and only won 1. So there's definitely some players who just don't seem to get on well with the trophy when it comes to the final. Random guy says, please don't troll Barca man. Management ruin our man team. Gabby's responding. Brilliant. Right, cracking. I think we've pretty much wrapped it up there, folks. Not the night we were hoping for Chelsea. We were hoping for a bit more competition in that final, but sadly it is Chelsea that have fallen short again this weekend in a final. Their men's team yesterday and their women's team today. Terry, final thoughts from you?
Oh, goodness. Chelsea fans should just, take this one on the chin. Sometimes you just get beat by a better team on the night, and it doesn't define them. But, thankfully they've got another game this week that they can, get a little bit of pride back.
Absolutely. Gabby, any thoughts from you? I know it's not easy, but...
Yeah. I mean, yes, we lost, but like I have been saying previously, I'm just glad that we managed to get to the final. To be fair, we've worked so hard to get here. Yes, it would have been even better to win, but I'm just glad that we got to the final, to be honest.
It's good to see some positives despite the result at the end. Anyway, my thanks to Terry and Gabby for their contribution to our watch along tonight. I hope you both enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Nice one. Anyway, do subscribe to the channel, folks, if you're still watching. And of course, do give us a like for the stream. We do other sports as well, mainly football, but also rugby, tennis, F1, MotoGP, you name it, we're there to do it. So do join us for our future watch-alongs by subscribing to the channel. My thanks to Terry and Gabby, and my thanks to you lot at home for keeping us company for the watch-along. And of course, yes, Dare to Blog, do check it out. That is Dare to Blog Women's Football, which is Terry's football blog. So do keep an eye out for it, because I'm sure we'll see a blog entry from him after tonight's final. So do give that a read. I certainly will do. Anyway, thanks to both of you. Thanks to you lot at home. Good night and have a good rest of the weekend, everyone.
Cheers, Jamie.